Hello there. Right, this white, check it out, white table, woods here. This is the white table woods. Now, this isn't actually what I was going to do right now, but I'll, because it's come out, I'll tell you all about it. So what happens is, yeah, check it out, it's come, the head of my tomahawk has come loose. What a tragedy. I'll tell you what this is. This is a cold steel Rifleman's hawk, and actually it's surprisingly heavy. It's going to sound like a complete tart when you think, yeah, lumberjack, yeah, I can do that. This is heavy, so you might literally want the trail hawk, the little one. Anyway, this is one with a hammer on, you can see. Now what happens is, this is the mask, complete with yellow string, so that when I drop it on the floor, there's a 50-50 chance of finding it, because this side you can kind of see it, and this side you kind of can't. Alright, so what happens is, the mask is all very well, and don't get me wrong, you can't have one without it. I'll just take the handle off. I'll just take the handle off. Which is our issue. So what happened was, I took this to show my friend. She has an open fire and she does more firewood chopping than I do, and she had a really good go at it. She really loved it. I put the mask on it. We talked about different things. We walked around the garden, did some other stuff, came back to it. It's just getting dark. She picked it up and one last swing on a double piece of firewood, and it went shoom, straight through. She got one piece on the floor to stop the axe from hitting the ground, and another bit standing on top of it, and it went zoom, straight into the ground with the mask on. So what happens is, my mask, you might be able to see, has got a hole all the way through it. Right, so when you get one of these, by the way, it'll come with a set screw in here. There you go. So what you do is you wind that out, and then you bin it, and then what happens is, you get to the inside of this and you just deburr it. I use one of these as it happens. Let me show you this. Oh, so what happens is, this is a double ender. So in the first version, this only came with this end, and you use it, and it's diamond. It's about 600 grit, and it's got a groove in it for fish hooks and darts and things like that. So what happens is, the first version you get has got like a plain end on it. So you're sharpening stuff and you think, wow, this would be, it takes about 15 minutes before you think, wow, this would be great if the other end was tapered. So if you're going to buy one, make sure you get the tapered one, and don't spend a lot of money on it. Probably 5 or 6 quid, if that. If you're spending more than 12, don't. The collet thing here, what it's supposed to do is pinch it tight on the thing. Basically, that's shit. Don't bother with that. Just freehand hold the thing, and then you think, oh, why have I got the blooming handle at all? Anyway, so what happens is, you use one of these, just deburr the inside of that, probably the inside of the hole, just so it's lovely and no jaggedy bits sticking out of it. I mean, if you can see the striations in that, that was just punched through that. Right, so now this is the handle. It's catching just here. I think that's probably the only place it touches it. It's a little bit disappointing. So I'll just try and trim that off with my Mora. Let's see how we get on. Yes, I don't want to be cutting towards my hand either. But I can't hold that end of it, can I? Oh shit, that was a big chunk. Jesus, I'm cutting towards my hand. Get off that. I really want is a kind of a rasp. Rather than be cutting this off, I'd rather be like filing it back. Weird thing used for these are emery boards for fingernails. Oh, butchering this. So if you've got some emery boards for your fingernails, or your boyfriend has, borrow some of them. You can do a wonderful job because they're flexible. And so you can bend it. And it's kind of flexing this way as well as that way. Alright. Let's try that. Better. Oh, much. Sorry. It's much better. It needs a bit more work. Let's have another go. Just little trimmy bits. Really want to be cutting it the other way. Oh, a bit more there. Because you end up with a bit of a step from the more. And of course, as soon as I get home, what I have to do is get the wet and dry on it. Give it a bit of a polish. Yeah. That's not done any favours. Oh, there you go. Just bang it on something. Funny enough. That'll do for now. Brilliant. There you go. Simple as that. What I'll do when I get home is get some emery boards and some wet and dry on it. Give it a bit of a polish. Now what happens with these, right, is people buy them. There's some beautiful work on YouTube of people dressing them up and staining the handles and stuff, and they look gorgeous. And mine looks like a ghost because I haven't done any of that. You can see this is all overstrike malarkey. Lack of skill. But the thing is, if you paint this brown, you know, you tan it, or you, what's the word, dye it? What's the word for colouring wood? Varnish it. You know, you give it any kind of thing, it'll change its colour, and then it looks like a stick out here. You're only going to find it because it's straight. If you colour it in too much, you'll never find it. So that means you can't throw it in the woods. So mine looks like a ghost for that reason. Pop the doodad on, about a £5. Functionally, you can't manage without one. Even if you stuck that in your belt, you're going to be cutting yourself on that. There we go. White Table Woods. Tomahawk in the woods. Quick fix with the Mora. And the sharpening stick. Look at that. Put that in your pocket. Yeah, that don't work, does it? Easy peasy. Thanks for stopping by. Do something else about sharpening in a minute.